What is up, guys? Dr. Typo here, and I'm back on Fallout 4, and in this video I'm showing you guys how you're going to get a shitload of caps really fast. Well, kind of really fast. You're going to have to do a little bit of work, and by a little bit I mean a lot of it. You're going to be doing the Dogmeat Duplication Glitch for a long time, depending on how many caps you want to get. Now, first thing you're going to need to do is get some technical documents. Probably try to get around 5. I started with 15 myself. You can find these mostly in pretty much any one of the military buildings. They're really easy to come by there. You'll find them in filing cabinets, desks, anything where, you know, documents would be kept. So, Fort Hagen, Fort Strong, the National Guard training post, the Coast Guard pier, all those places, you know, any sort of military base is going to be chock full of these technical documents. That way you can use them doing the Dogmeat Duplication Glitch, and then you're going to take them to the Brotherhood of Steel and turn them in for a shitload of caps. That is pretty much the second prerequisite to this, by the way, is that you have to be at the point in the game where you haven't really picked a faction yet, but the Brotherhood of Steel has showed up in their airship, because you're going to have to go pay them a visit. Now, most of this is pretty much standard operating procedure in terms of doing the Dogmeat Duplication Glitch. However, you do have to take it, you know, a couple steps farther in terms of duplicating a lot of things. Now, what you're going to do when you do this is you're going to have one set of technical documents to start with. You're going to throw that one set down, do the Dogmeat Duplication Glitch, and then when you pick it up, you're going to have 2 of them. You're going to have 2 different stacks. Even though in your inventory it's only going to be 1, you're going to have 2 different stacks. So after you come back to do the duplication again, you're going to be duplicating 2 stacks. Then you're going to end up with 4, obviously. When you pick up these 4 stacks, 2 of them are going to merge into 1, and then you're still going to have 2 of the smaller stacks right there. Find some place to put these smaller stacks. It doesn't matter where it is, in some sort of container, or even just set them off to the side in a pile. It doesn't matter, because now you're going to be duplicating the bigger stack. I hope that this is making some sort of sense so far. You have got to see, you know, the whole procedure from start to finish as we've gone so far, though. And, you know, obviously there are going to be a couple times where I screw up the Dogmeat Duplication Glitch, just because it's kind of finicky as it is. And the more technical documents you have in a stack, the more likely you're going to start experiencing a little bit of lag, especially if you're doing this on the PlayStation or the Xbox, though I can't imagine any reason why you'd want to do this on the PC, seeing as you have console commands to just God mode your way to victory. And now, after doing this Dogmeat Duplication Glitch, however many times it is that you feel like you want to do it, you're going to get a lot of caps for doing, you know, a lot of copies. I went in with probably about 30,000 technical documents the first time I went, and I left with around 740,000 caps. So that's, you know, what you can look forward to. And it'll take you anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour to get, you know, that amount of technical documents, depending on how good you are at the Dogmeat Duplication Glitch, and depending on how easily distracted you are. But after you have that one lone stack, that one lone big stack of technical documents, then you're going to do the duplication again. And you're going to keep repeating these steps over and over until you have, you know, like one stack of, say, 30,000 documents, like I did. And then in your cooler, or that's what I have anyways off to the side, that's where I'm putting mine, is in a cooler. But whatever container it is that you've been sticking these documents in, you will end up having double the amount in that container. So you can take, you know, this one stack, this big stack that you have, you can take that to the Brotherhood of Steel's airship, turn that in, get a crap load of caps, and then if for whatever reason you happen to run out, you can come back to this container and you're going to have all those technical documents again to go turn in for even more caps. Now, like I said, one thing you do have to watch out for is you don't want to go too far with this. once you get too many technical documents, your game will start to lag and eventually it will freeze. You won't be able to do anything. Now, honestly, the Dogmeat duplication part of the glitch is the longest and the hardest part of the whole thing. However, the end result is, in my opinion anyways, more than worth it. You're going to have millions of caps on hand, ready to just throw at everything that, you know, comes at you in the waste. And who knows, if they end up putting out some sort of DLC in the future with gambling, you're going to be able to completely buy anything out. Now, after you have hit your desired amount of technical documents and you are on the airship ready to turn them in, do not turn them all in at once. As a matter of fact, don't even turn in any more than, say, 2,500 at one time, because then you just lose caps. Whatever reason that Bethesda decided, you can only get like 55,000 or so caps at one time. So if you give him all 30,000 of your technical documents all at once, you're going to get nothing but the shaft. And you're going to have no more documents left to give him and only 55,000 caps to show for it. Don't do that. Instead, take a companion with you, probably Dogmeat, seeing as he's already going to be with you. Take him with you, and you're going to use him to just store all of those technical documents on him. That way you can give Proctor Quinlan, or whatever his name is, you can give him the documents 2,000 or so at a time. But then that's all it takes. After that, you're going to be rich as hell. You'll definitely be the richest bastard in the wasteland, without a doubt. Except for maybe the Brotherhood of Steel. They might have you beat. I don't know where they're getting all these caps to just throw at you for these technical documents, but they have a lot. A lot more than you have, because they're paying you, and they'll keep paying you for as long as you keep bringing them these, which is why this is an infinite, you know, caps glitch. So if you are one of the many people who was heartbroken when they took out the single bullet vendor ammo infinite caps whatever glitch, then this is definitely something that is going to bring a little bit of joy back into your Fallout 4 experience, because now money is not going to be an issue at all. Millions of caps. I mean, I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to spend that many caps. Even if you go and you clear out every vendor multiple times, you're still going to have loads of caps left over. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Take two and call me in the morning.
Beginning to run out of materials to study. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building.